I get a lot of people that ask, what is that tool? And well, I have a lot of tools. So today I am going to show you guys my most used tools. I'm going to explain how they work and where they're from. I'm not going to be putting prices because prices change over the years. This is a rolling mill made by Pepe Tools. The idea of it is to put your metal in there and make it longer or thinner. I use it mostly for putting patterns on my pieces. I'm starting to work on Halloween right now. It's kind of like the same idea as like a pasta maker, except you're putting metal in there, not noodles. This is a 30-ton electric hydraulic press made by Sandra Searles. I use this tool a lot, mostly for pancake dies, but the whole idea of it is you're squishing down a piece and making it flat. Now, it's 30 tons. An average car weighs about 2 tons. So if you do use it incorrectly, just think about 30 tons coming at you. Wouldn't be too good. Next up, we got the Beverly Throatless Shear, another tool I use a lot. It just cuts through pieces like butter. There are a lot of shears out there. Not all are going to cut like that, though. You're going to be spending a bit more money for something like that. The Micromark bandsaw, the important part to this is having good blades. If you don't have good blades, you're not going to have good cuts. Drill press and belt sander. Both are from Harbor Freight, and they do what they're supposed to. DeWalt bench grinder. I mostly use this for polishing. Every so often I will use the grinder, but not my favorite thing ever. I had a grinder before that one that used to shock me all the time. Finally got rid of it, and my friend Ron got me a new one. So thank you, Ron. Soldering blocks. I have quite a bit to choose from. These are my main two guys I go to, as you can tell. I'm adding the shop vac on there because it's an important tool. The shop will get dirty and you need to clean it between the dust, and this will also pick up little tiny pieces of metal that would go on my foot if I didn't clean up all the time. Now you might be thinking to yourself, well, just wear some shoes. For one, I'm not fond of wearing shoes, and it's good to clean up all the dust that you're creating, and as you're walking through here, you're not inhaling it all the time. Jeweler's saws. The purpose of these is to cut your metal into fun little shapes. Not really fond of these though. Haven't quite mastered them. I prefer just using the shear or the bandsaw though for the most part, if I can. Pancake dies. I have a bit of them, as you can see. The idea of them is to put your metal in between, basically like a sandwich. You're going to press it down, and then you get a piece that pops out into that design. The alternative to a pancake die is the jeweler's saw. You can either saw it out by hand, or you just put your metal in there and pop it out, and it's good to go. Disc cutters. The idea of these are you put your metal in there, you close it up, put your die on top, smack it out, and then you got yourself a fun little shape. I got a few of these. They're all from different companies though. Benders. I have the ArborPress bender with the silverware attachment that is found on eBay. We got the Pepe bender. It's the first bender I've ever tried out and what I've learned off of. And then we have the Potter Quick Form Press, one of the easiest ones I have found so far. The idea of those are they just bend your stuff. And it sounds silly, but it makes your life way easier. Torches. They come in handy. All have different types of heat to them. Some are necessary more than others when it comes to different stuff. Brass hammers. They come in handy. This one was made by a small creator by the name of ToothHurdy007 on Instagram. Lots of work went into this. It's beautiful though. You can get a normal brass hammer too, but you'll look so much cooler if you have a cooler hammer. Rawhide mallets, great for forming, flattening. They'll last a pretty decent time too. Pipe expander. This is originally to put in a piece of pipe to expand it, but I use it for resizing rings quicker. So the idea of it is you put your ring on there and you just press lightly and then go a size up. Center punches. I try to find these all the time when I'm out picking. The older ones work better, I think. But the idea of these are to mark your piece so when you're drilling, it doesn't go all over the place. And just makes your life easier. Unless you like chaos, then don't get these. Hand shears. Great for cutting metal. Little pieces, just snip it off. Safety glasses. I have them all over here. Normally they're on top of my head, so I just have easy access and I can put them on right away when I need to. Now, these are important if you like being able to see. Freak accidents do happen a lot. And last but not least are respirators. They're pretty important, so you're saving your lungs. When I'm making my short little 1-minute videos, I use these little guys, and they're little filtered nose plugs. You shove it up there, You do have to keep your mouth closed though, so you're not breathing it in through your mouth, but they do come in handy. And in the long run, you'll live a little bit longer. All the tools that I've shown, they're not necessary. They do come in handy, and it's nice to work very easily. But me personally, I worked from very little and worked my way up. Just keep that in mind. Those were majority of the tools that I use all the time, and hopefully that helps someone.